up, bodgers? Welcome to part 3 of the Ride on Lawnmower project. So far we've had an assessment, realised what we need. We've got some inner tubes to fit tonight and hopefully get the tyres back on, and we should have it rolling. One thing I did forget was to go get some fuel like I was going to do, so we won't be running it tonight, but hopefully the sun will stay out and we'll be able to get the grass cut tomorrow. In the meantime, let's mount up these tyres. I have an air filter, an inline fuel filter and a new spark plug on its way, so hopefully we should be able to get a little bit more progress done over this week. Well, it'll be a week for me, for you it'll just be one video. So let's get cracking now. Right then, bodgers, what I've done is put some dish soap around the bead, which is this part of the tyre, just to lubricate things up a bit, make it a bit easier to get the rim in. Being small rims, for some reason, and I've never really understood it, it's really quite hard to get the tyre to go on. So what we need is the valve. See the hole in there, bodgers? That side we need to go in first. The main thing is trying to hold the rim still. So we need a solution. That ain't it. Neither is that. Hoping, with the lack of a tyre machine, something that AD from Blowing 8 Cylinder doesn't have either, is a tyre machine that would be able to do these little things. But hopefully get this on. Takes a bit of muscle power, but we get there in the end. So all I did was stick the screwdriver through the centre of the wheel, pop it in the vise to hold it tight. Right, tubes. Ideally, what I would have preferred was a tube that had the valve coming straight out. Fortunately, the only ones I could get was at 90 degrees. But I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. Hopefully it's not going to be much of an issue. Who knows? Either way, we'll bodge it, we'll make it work. So what we need to do is to get the valve through the hole in the rim. What I'll do is put the dust cap on. Hopefully that'll stop it from going back in. And to feed the tube inside the tyre. It's amazing how much easier the tyre actually goes on when it's lubricated. Lubrication is key, folks. Lubrication is key. I'll try and get that back in. Well, back in. It's the first time it's actually going in. Try and get the tube inside the tyre so that it's going to inflate correctly, so we don't get it all twisted up. And then to get the tyre on without nicking it with the tyre iron, or the screwdriver is I'll be using. So it's going to inflate correctly. Right. say the trick here is to keep the valve from disappearing inside. The rim itself. You can see what I'm doing here, folks, but trouble is I've got big sausage fingers. Try everything is a bit of a struggle for me sometimes. But you know what they say, big fingers, big gloves. Oh, what we have got somewhere, maybe not in there. Bear with me, bodgers. Is valve cap from my son's bike, because it's a lot bigger than the hole. Hopefully that should stop the valve from disappearing. Right. Bit more, don't tell Mrs. Bodger, a bit more washing up liquid on it. This is the difficult bit now, is to actually get this back onto the rim. Without doing any damage to the inner tube. Maybe I've gone and put a bit more, too much lubrication on it. Let's take a bit off. How's that? Right. Just bear with me, bodgers. Change of plan. What that plan is, I don't know. Just bear with me, okay? Hang on. Right, well, just what I've done, you can see there, I put a washer underneath the dust cap, so hopefully that should stop the valve from disappearing off in the wheel while I put it on in the tyre. What I'm going to do, try and work it around my feet, so hopefully my 12 stone should be able to pop that tyre back on. Not me breaking my neck. I'll do it like that, work it on, and then I'll bring you back, Budgies. How's that sound? Right, here we go. The problem is these little tyres, they don't really have a lot of give in them. When I'm putting them on, I always struggle with them. If you know an easier way of doing this sort of thing, let me know, because I do struggle. Struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. It doesn't really help that the tyres are all buggered either. It's all we've got, so that's what we're working with. That and a mould. I'll bring you back, Budgies, when I've got it on. You get the idea. Walk it round the bead and onto the tyre. Okay. Well, with the help of mole grips and 3 screwdrivers, we've got it. Took some doing, but we're there. So that's the first one. One more to go, and then we'll pop them back on. I'll bring you back when I'm putting them back on the machine, if I live that long. It wasn't like this back in my day, you know. In fact, I'll perfect you back a bit earlier. So, going in through the back, valve through the hole, on the valve, and I put my washer on, just stop it from disappearing into the wheel until we can get it blown up. And my valve cap, that should stop the valve from disappearing off into the wheel, same as before. And then the inner tube, just need to feed it into the tyre. And you lot got long what is it, ride-on mowers? Don't know if you call them anything any different in the States or in Canada or wherever you're watching from. Up to 69 viewers. Please like, share. Share is the big thing. Subscribe if you are watching this and you're not a subscriber. It don't cost you nothing, just press subscribe, you know. You'll get to see me make all sorts of a mess of everything, but somewhere along the line it usually turns out right. just check, make sure that that's all in there properly. Seems to be. So it should inflate when I get it on. Now comes the tricky part. Getting it over the rim on the other side. With the help of mole grips. I've never had to use mole grips to put a bloody tyre on yet. But fortunately I don't have a well equipped workshop, as you can see. In fact, it's a mess you could do with the tidy up really. Maybe I should get Bodgy Junior on it. He's got nothing else better to do with his time. Right. I'll leave the lube off. I think we made a mistake there last time. So that grips the rim. I'm putting it near the valve, so I know where the valve is, so I don't have to get my screwdriver anywhere near it, is the theory. It's a good theory. Might not be the right one, but it's the only one we've got. Tuck that under my armpit like I did before. Make sure it's in there, just under the rim. Enough to hold it steady. Let's try a bit of lube. These tyres, they're way out of whack. They must have been off half a dozen times by the looks of it, instead of just putting a tube in like I am. I think they try to cure the puncture time after time after time. There's all sorts of gunk in it, you know, that stuff you can spray in your tyres and it's supposed to stop punctures. Yeah, well, not in this bloody case, it's in. There's metal and glass and all sorts in them. I don't know what they've been doing with this poor little yard man. Apparently they're made by Cadet now, or Cadet bought them out. I've no idea. What is it where you live? I think Cadet are in America and Canada. Shopcat Industries. You should be able to put me right on that one. In fact, let's see you do a tyre. Let's see how you do it. There's a challenge for you. So, brute strength. We're nearly there. Nearly there, bodgers. Just needs to stretch just a little bit more over the rim. Without taking my teeth out or spoiling my good looks. And it just slips on like that. Just slips on. Just slips on. Get those off. Take that out of there. Try and find the car keys. I'll blow these up with the pump, and I'll bring you back when I come to put them on. All right. Right then, folks. So I've got those pumped up. I have left on the washer just in case it goes down. See the washer there near the on the stem, valve stem, just so it doesn't actually disappear into there. So we'll pop those back on. I'm going to replace the split pins, circlips. I don't know what you call them where you are. Somewhere I've got some new ones, so I'll replace those and pop those back on. So then tomorrow, the way around, silly boy. This is where I'm hoping the valve stem doesn't actually catch on here on the hub. No, in fact we're better than before. Right, that on there. Replace the circlip, and tomorrow, next time you'll see me, is we'll fill it with fuel and we'll give it a test run, and then we'll see what else needs doing. Bit of lubrication, etc. probably, but we'll see how it goes. See you in a minute or two, bodgers. In a minute or two. Back on her wheels, boys. Back on her wheels. Oh, and seems to be a bit of play in this thing, whatever that is. Let's get you in there. So this part of the steering, a bit like a rack and pinion, but not really. Let's take a look. Anyway, we can tighten that up. And try and improve things as we go. We will do. Again, everything needs lubing up, so I might do it when we come to lube everything up. Moment priority is just get it up and running, so I can cut the bloody grass eventually. So yeah, there's doesn't look to be many grease points or anything like that, so I don't really know. As much as spraying as much as I can in there with oil and whatever else, I think. But we'll get a good look at it. This, see this connector underneath at the front? I think that's to do with the safety, which has been bypassed. But you know, what's safety ever done for anybody? Going to all for these bodgers. So, still with me? Sorry about the camera work. So all we need to do now, really, in theory, is to fuel it up tomorrow. I think the parts that I've ordered should be coming Wednesday. So either tomorrow or Wednesday we'll have it fired up and we'll give it a go on some of this long stuff here. Has to be better than pushing the Honda around. Too old for that, too old. So I'll bring you back and I'll see you in a minute or two. Right, first things first, we've got a new spark plug. We'll whip that in first, give it its best chance, and we'll take it from there. Right then, bodgers, not sure where we got to yesterday, but got some parts for the ride on. We have spark plugs and an air filter, and I also got some fuel, so hopefully by the end of the video we should be chopping some grass. See how it goes, bodgers. Right. Move our battery out of the way. Quite handy having such large cables on, and not sure how clear it was on the video the other day, but this is where the spark plug lives. We did clean the other one up earlier on, but the package I got with the air filter came with 2 spark plugs. Don't know why I did 2, but hey. So well, we've got a new one, might as well change it. Push it up next to the other one, make sure they're the same. Certainly looks like it. I mean, this is only a cheap, where are we? Hipper, I'm presuming the Chinese. B3LMCU is the number for this Briggs 8.5 horsepower. Nip it up. I think in the last video I did note that it was only finger tight. I wonder she wasn't running very well. Get that on there. Battery back. I still need to find something to tie the battery back with. One question I do have for you, bodgers. Shopcat Industries, you might know this. The solenoid. This is power coming in from the battery, and then this goes off into the wiring loom somewhere. This is a power here. Orange one in the wiring loom, no idea where that goes. And then what I have is this lead. Sorry, can you see that? This lead at the top of the solenoid on the low voltage side that goes up and to the negative. I believe that's how it was wired. Can somebody could just confirm I've got that right down in the comments? It starts, it runs. The last time I had it running, I actually ran it without the tank on. You saw me take the tank off and drain that, and then I ran the engine to get rid of all that horrible two-stroke that was in there. But in the meantime, so hopefully when we get the fresh stuff in the tank, should be a lot better. That's our old manky air filter. This is our new air filter. Comes like a sponge. Presumably to take out some of the particles before it actually goes in there, but whatever. As long as it filters the air, eh, bodgers? I can actually get the cover back on. There we go. So, new plug, new air filter. Next will be fuel. Which I have left in the car. Bear with me, bodgers. Right, here we go. Yeah, so this is a 4-stroke. I know I've said it before, but for some reason it had 2-stroke fuel in there. No idea why. But hopefully it should be a lot better with this. Less smoke. The plug won't get gummed up as easily. Quite a big tank is that actually. Crikey O'Reilly. Rich man's game having these ride-on lawnmowers. I've been a bit nerdy at work, quite excited about having a ride-on. It's a novelty for me. Like I say, I'm just getting too old to be walking behind one, and even though it was able to self-propel, still a pain in the ass. This is a grass box going back in. Doesn't actually seem to fit in very well, but I believe there's supposed to be some sort of a ball or something that sits in here. It tells you when the grass box is full, but I don't know. Right. So, choke on. It might take a bit to start because I did run it through all the 2-stroke. Bear with me, bodgers. Make sure we've got some choke on. Deary me. Just take a while for the it will take a while for the fuel to get through and fill the bowl up, the float bowl. So I'm kind of expecting that. Let's have a look. Just bear with me, bodgers. Just checking I've got the air filter in, so make sure we're getting some air in there as well. Trying. We'll just give it a minute. What we can do. A little ramp down so I can actually get out. Starting to flatten the battery. One thing I didn't do was charge it up when I actually got the new battery. So I might have to charge it. Disappointing. That cable feels a little warm. Positive cable. Don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. We're flattening the battery. We will get there, I promise. I'll put it on charge. I'll put the battery on charge and I'll come back to it. We will get it running. I have grass to cut. Has to run. See you later, bodgers.